Hi guys, today I'm going to solve 9709 maths, pure maths 12. Let's begin. The coefficient of x squared in the expansion of 2 plus x divided by 2 power 6 plus a plus x power 5 is 330. Find the value of constant a. So the coefficient, we have to find the coefficient of x squared. So the coefficient to find x squared in the first question, you have to have power 2. So we write power 2. First we write, it's better to write 2 x divided by 2. So we have to find power 2. So if it's 2, you have to write it 4 because total it should be 6. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So while doing this, while finding the combination, first write 6 power 6 and c and the second part. So 6c2 times 2 power 4 times x divided by 2 square. So and for the second part, a plus x power 5. So we already write x square in the beginning because we know we are going to find for the x square. So 5 minus 2, the total minus 2 is going to be a power 3. So 5c2 times a power 3 x square. So we just put that in the calculator, which will be 60 plus 10a cube x square equals to 330 x square. We are given the coefficient, so it will be 330 x square cuts. So 60 plus 10a cube equals to 330, a cube is equals to 27, so a equals to 3. 5 marks in your pocket. Question number 2. The equation of a curve is y equals to x square minus 6x plus k, where k is a constant. Find the set of values of k for which the whole of the curve lies above the x-axis. So the curve should lie above the x-axis, which means b square minus 4ac should be less than 0. So b square, that's determinant. This is the sign of determinant. So determinant should be less than 0. So 0. So b square 36 minus 4k should be less than 0. So k will be greater than 9, because this goes to the right hand side, and 36 divided by 4 is going to be k is 9. So k is greater than 9. Find the value of k for which the line y plus 2x equals to 7 is a tangent to the curve. We have the equation y equals to 7 minus 2x. So we find the equation will be 7 minus 2x. If something is tangent to the curve, if it means it touches the curve, it intersects at the point, you know. So if it intersects, we can write 7 minus 2x equals to x square minus 6x plus k. So 7 goes to the right hand side, 2x goes to the right hand side, so it will be x square minus 4x plus k minus 7 is equal to 0. So determinant is going to be b square 16 minus 4 times a times c. 4a is 1, so c is going to be k minus 7. This is equals to sign. This is because somewhere something wrong. You can understand it's equals to sign. So you solve this and you get k equals to 11. So that's our answer. Let's move to the question number 3. A company producing salt from seawater changes to a new process. The amount of salt obtained each week increased by 2% of the amount obtained in the preceding week. It is given that in the first week after the change, the company obtained 8,000 kg of salt. Find the amount of salt obtained in the 12th week of the change. So it's the question from geometric sequence. We have a company producing salt water from the seawater chain. The amount of salt obtained in each week increased by 2%. So every week the salt obtained is increased by 2%. So 2% you can write as 0.02 in a form of decimal. So by 2%. So we have to find we have to find first r. So r is going to be 1 plus 0.02, because in the beginning it was 1, so it has been increased by 2%. So which means it has been increased by 102%, or you can write it as 1.02. So we have a in the beginning. The beginning is 8000, so a r n minus 1. We use the formula, so 12 for 12 we mean 12 minus 1, so it's 11. So we get the answer. So we have to write in the three significant figures, because it's a normal rule, but it's better to write all the answer you get in three significant figures, at least two significant figures, but it's better to write three significant figures. So you just convert that into three significant figures, and that's all. Find the total amount of salt obtained in the first 12 weeks after the change. So we have to use the sum formula, which is going to be a 1 minus r n divided by 1 minus r. So a will be 8000, 1 minus r is 1.02 power 12 divided by 1 minus 1.02, which is going to be 107,000, three significant figures. That's all. Let's move on to question number 4. The function f is such that fx is equals to a plus b cos x for x is greater than 0 but less than 2 pi. It is given that f pi over 3 is equals to 5 and f pi is equals to 11. Find the value of the constant a and b. Okay, we have to find the value of constant a and b. So we are given the x value of x, so we just replace the value of x we have in this equation. So a plus b cos pi over 3, cos pi over 3 is cos 1 over 2, so a plus b over 2, and in the second one f pi, so we replace x by pi, a plus b cos pi, which is going to be minus 1, so 11 equals to a minus b, and we solve and we get a equals to 7 and b equals to minus 4. Whenever you do this, do it in your first do this by your hand, and to check the answer you use your calculator. You have if it's fx991ex calculator, you can go to the menu and go to A and use press 1, and I'll repeat again. Go to menu in your calculator if it's fx991ex, so you can use that in your exam. And after this, after you press menu, go to press A button and press 1, and there will be number of unknowns, and you do 2 and you can check your answer there. It's better to check your answer every time after you finish your finish solving the question. I do that because I want to be sure. So but first do by your hand, do by your one calculation, and after that use the calculator to check the answer. Let's move on to second part. Find the set of values of k for which the equation fx is equals to k has no solution. So we have fx equals to 7 minus 4 cos x. So we found the value. So so that k has this equation can't have no solution. So the value of cos x, the range of cos x is minus 1 to 1. So first we replace cos x by minus 1, which is going to be 7 minus 4 times minus 1, which is going to be 11, and we again replace by 1, so it is going to be 7 minus 4, 3. So we have the range, we find the range, but the problem here is you cannot write k is less than or equals to 3, because just replace k by 3 here, replace 3 here, which is going to be 3 minus 7, 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So cos x cos x equals to 1 is you can solve. Cos x equals to 1 you can solve. So if it's 3.1 you cannot solve. So it's how you put the range. So be careful while putting the sign, because sometimes you might lose 1 marks or 2, it depends. So you might lose 1 marks if you don't write the correct sign. So be careful. Let's move to question number 5. It's a vector. It looks scary, but it's like super easy if you understand. It matters how you look. Like, don't panic when you see the question, because they are it just look hard, but it just looks hard, but when you solve it, it's gonna be super easy. It's just a matter of practice. If you find the question hard, just don't start, but first read the question 2-3 times. Like, if you read the question, even if you understand the question, just read 2 times, like at least 2 times, because there might be something you might think you have understood, but there might be something that could be tricky there. So let's read the question. The diagram shows a three-dimensional shape. The base OAV is a horizontal triangle in which angle AOB is 90 degree. So angle AOB is 90 degree. OAB is a horizontal triangle, which means horizontal it lies in the base, horizontal. So the base OBCD is a rectangle. So OBCD is a rectangle, and the side OAD lies in a vertical plane. OAD lies in a vertical plane. Unit I and J are parallel to OA. So OA and OB, that's very important. And unit vector K is vertical. The position vector of A, B, and D are given by OA equals to 8i, OB equals to 5j, and OD equals to 2i plus 4k. Okay, let's solve. Express each of the vectors dA and CA in terms of I, J, K. So dA, so dA is going to be DO plus OA, right? So DO plus OA. So DO you can write as minus OD. So OA minus OD. So we have OA, which is 8i, and OD is minus 2. OD is 2i plus 4k. So 8i minus 2i minus 4k is going to be 6i minus 4k. So after this, we have to find CA. CA is going to be CB plus CO plus OA, right? CA is going to be CO plus OA. So we don't have the value of CO, so first we calculate the value of CO or OC. So first find the value of OC. OC is going to be OD plus DC. So OD plus DC. So we have OD. OD is 2i plus 4k plus DC. DC is same as OB. It has the same direction, and it's a rectangle, because so two sides are equal. So two opposite sides are equal. So OB is equals to DC. So value of DC is going to be 5j. So the answer will be 2i plus 5j plus 4k. Now we have to find CA. So CA is going to be OA minus OC. So we have OC already here. So we just put the value. We have OA. OA is 8i minus 2i minus 5j minus 4k. So it's 6i minus 5j minus 4k is our answer. Now find the angle CAD. Here's a tip for you. CAD. So when you find this angle CAD, look at the mouse. CAD, right? We have to find the angle CAD. So we can use CA or AD, right? We can use we can use AC times AD, divided by AC magnitude divided by AD magnitude. We can use AD times AC, okay? AD vector and AC vector to calculate, or we can use CA vector or DA vector, but we cannot use CA and AD vector or DA and AC vector while we calculate the angle. Only we can use this DA and CA or AC and AD, because that might change your answer, because that's very important, because a lot of students lose their marks this way. So be careful. You only can use, I'll repeat once again, you only can use DA and CA and DA and CA or AC and AD, okay? Here I have used CA and DA, CA and DA. So it's going to be we have CA already 6, so I multiply CA and DA, so it is going to be 6 times 6 plus 6 times 6 plus minus 4 times 4, and 5 times 0 is going to be 0, so it's going to be 52 divided by dA magnitude is going to be 6 square plus 4 square, so it's going to be root 52. 6 square plus 5 square plus 4 square is equals to root 77. So we find CAD is cos inverse CA vector times DA vector divided by CA magnitude divided by DA magnitude, which is going to be 34.7 degrees. So that's our answer. Let's do question number 6. Let's read the question number 6 first. The diagram shows point A and B on a circle with center O and radius R. The tangents to the circle at A and B meet at T. So this is the tangent, this is the tangent, this meets at T. So tangent means this means 90 degree. If it's tangent, this is 90 degree. If it's tangent, this is 90 degree. It's a rule. So the shaded region is bounded by a minor arc AB and the lines AT and BT. Angle AOB is 2 theta radians. So minor AV and the lines AT and BT. So this is the shaded area. In the case where the areas of the sector AOB is as same as the area of the shaded region, so that tan theta equals to 2 theta. So we have to find the area of sector AOB first. So we have R, and we have to find we have to just use the formula. So sector area of sector is 1 over 2 R squared 2 theta. Make sure your angle is in radians, so it will be R squared theta. So after this area of triangle, we find the area of triangle OAT. So OAT line from here. So area of triangle OAT, OA equals to R. This is R, and AT equals to R tan theta. So AT is going to be R tan theta because this is going to be theta. So we have R here. So R tan theta. So AT is tangent is going to be R tan theta. So area is going to be 1 over 2 R squared tan theta. The area of shaded region is 2 times 1 over 2 R squared theta, R squared tan theta minus 1 over 2 R squared theta equals to R squared tan theta minus theta. I think it has been pretty fast for you, but area of shaded region, area of this region is it's going to be this whole minus this part, right? This whole minus this part. So it's going to be 1 over 2 R squared tan theta minus 1 over 2 R squared theta. So R squared tan theta minus theta, we get this. And after this, R squared theta, area of sector AOB, is equals to R squared tan theta minus theta. I multiplied by 2 because this is the half. So this and this, there are two triangles. So I multiplied by 2. So R squared theta equals to R squared tan theta minus theta. So theta equals to tan theta minus theta. So tan theta equals to 2 theta is our answer. So we proved. Now question number 2. In the case where r equals to 8 centimeters and the length of the minor arc AV is 19.2 centimeters, find the area of shaded region. So minor arc AB. So minor arc AV is 19.2 centimeters. Find the area r equals to 8. So First find the mm, sorry. First find the length of arc of AB. So length of arc of AB is going to be uh, perimeters. So length of arc of AB is going to be 2r theta. So 2r theta. Uh, uh, so we have r is 8, so 2r theta times 2 times 8 will be 16 theta. 16 theta equals to 19.2 centimeters, so theta is equals to 1.2 centimeters. This is the equals to sign, okay. This is also these are equals to sign. Now area of shaded region, so we have r, we have theta, so we just replace the value, so we get 80 square and 1.2 minus 1.2 is equals to 87.8 centimeters square. That's our answer. Question number 7. The function f is defined by fx is equals to 7 minus 2x square minus 12x for x belongs to all real numbers. Express 7 minus 2x square minus 12x in the form of a minus 2x plus b square, where a and b are constants. So 2x square, we just 7 and we take minus 2 common from this part, so it will be minus 2x square plus 6, so which is equals to minus 2 x square plus, this is 6x, sorry, this is the mistake, this would be 6x, x square plus 6x minus 2x square plus 6x plus 7, which is equal to minus 2 x plus 3, so 3 times 2, 2ab, so 3 times 2x, so it is going to be x plus 3 square minus minus 3 square is going to be minus 9 plus 7, so you multiply this by minus 2, which is going to be minus 2x plus 3 square plus plus 18 plus 7, so which is going to be 25 minus 2x plus 3 square. Find the coordinates of the stationary point and the curve y equals to fx. So we have to find the stationary point where the derivatives of this is going to be 0. So we derivate this, so while we derivate this, we get minus 4x minus 12 is equals to 0. So x is equal to 3, or we could use this as well. So x is equals to minus b. So if this is for the stationary point, every time will be minus b and minus b and a, so it's going to be minus b minus 3 comma 25. So this will be the minus 3 comma 25, but you could also use the derivatives way, but it's much simpler to use this way because you already have calculated everything. So your stationary point is going to be minus 3 and 25. So the function z is defined, gx is equals to 7 minus 2x square minus 2x for x is greater than or equals to k. It's the smallest value of k for which the g has inverse, so it's minus 3. So question number 4. For this value of k, find g inverse x. So we have y equals to 25 minus 2 x plus 3 square. So x plus 3 square is going to be y minus 25 minus y divided by 2. It's just rearranging in the form. So x plus 3 is going to be greater than 0, or x plus 3 is going to be 25 minus y divided by 2. So x equals to root under 25 minus y divided by 2 minus 3. So g inverse x is going to be 25 minus x divided by 2 minus 3. We just did this to just remove. So our answer will be g inverse x 25 minus root under 25 minus x divided by 2 minus 3. Let's move on to the question number 8. Point A and B have coordinates h and 4h plus 6, 5h respectively. The equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB is 3x plus 2y equals to k. So we rearrange this, so it's going to be this goes to the left hand side, so k minus 3x, it becomes k minus 3x, so we divide it by 2, so it will be minus 3 over 2x plus k over 2. So gradient is going to be y equals to mx plus c, so gradient is going to be minus 3 over 2. So gradient of AB, is going to be 5h minus 8 divided by 4h plus 6 minus 8. So this will be the gradient, and gradient of AB is the minus 1 over gradient of perpendicular bisector of AB, because m1 times m2 in a perpendicular case is equals to minus 1. So m1 times m2 should be equals to minus 1. So we have m1, so minus 3 over 2 goes to the other side, so it becomes 2 over 3. So gradient of AB is 2 over 3. So gradient of AB, we can use 2 points to calculate the gradient of AB in the form of h. So it will be 4h divided by 3h plus 6 equals to 2 over 3. So we solve and we get h equals to 2. Now we place the value here, 2, 2 and 4 times 2 plus 6 comma 5h, and we get the midpoint of AB, which is going to be 8 and 6, and we have to find the value of k. So we replace the value of the midpoint in this equation, so it's going to be 3 times 8 plus 2 times 6, so k is going to be 36. So we have k and we have 8, 7 marks in your pocket. Question number 9. These questions are going to be really tricky. This part is a little bit trickier. Be careful. A curve is such that dy divided by dx is equals to root under 4x plus 1, and 2 comma 5 is a point in the curve. Find the equation of the curve. So we are given the 2 dy divided by dx, and we have to integrate this to find the equation of curve. So we have 4x plus 1 power 1 over 2. So to integrate this, we add plus 1, so which will be 1 over 2 plus 1, so which will be 3 over 2. So dividing this by 3 over 2, it's going to be 2 over 3. So also we have to divide the integration by the derivation of the x. So it will be 4x derivatives, 1 over 4x derivatives, so which will be 1 over 4 plus c. So do not forget to write the constant c, because that's very important. You might even lose 2 marks, at least 2 marks from here, if you forget to write the c. And after this, we will have 1 over 6 4x plus 1 3 over 2 plus c. Now substitute in 2 comma 5 and 1 over 6 4 times 2. Now so we just substitute. We have y equals to we have the equation here, and we replace y by 5, so and x by 2, so which is going to be 1 over 6 4 times 2 plus 1 power 3 over 2 plus c. So we find the value of c here, so c is going to be 1 over 2. So after that we have the curve, we have the equation of the curve. Now second part, a point P moves along the curve in such way that the y coordinate is increasing at the constant rate of 0.06 units per second. Find the rate of change of x coordinates when P passes through 2 comma 5. So it's the second part. So dy divided by dt is going to be 0.06, as they say y coordinate is increasing at a constant rate of 0.06 units per second. So dy divided by dt is going to be 0.06. So after this, we have dy divided by dx. So dy divided by dx when x equals to 2. So they say find the rate of change of x coordinate when it passes through 2 comma 5. So dy divided by dx, we have dy divided by dx here, so we place x by x by 2, so it's going to be 4 times 2 plus 1, which is going to be root under 9, which is going to be 3. So we have divided by dx, and we have to find dx divided by dt. So dx divided by dt is going to be divided by dx is going to be dy divided by dt divided by dx divided by dt. So we have dy divided by dx, the value of dy divided by dx is 3, and dy divided by dt is 0.06, and we find the dx divided by dt, which is going to be 0.02. So after this we have to show that d square y divided by dx square times dy divided by dx is a constant. So we find the d square y divided by dx. So we derivate this part once again to find the d square y divided by dx square. So we derivate that, which is going to be 4 times 1 over 2 4x plus 1 the power minus 1 over 2. So we had power 1 over 2 minus 1, which is going to be minus 1 over 2, and we divide it by power 1 over 2 times 4x derivatives, which is going to be 4. So we have 4 times 1 over 2 4x plus 1 power minus 1 over 2, and we have 4 times 1 over 2 4x plus, we multiply that both, so we, and these two add to 0, so 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2. Now let's move on to question number 10. 10I. Solve the equation 2 cos x plus 3 sin x equals to 0 for x is greater than 0 but less than or equals to 360 degrees. So we have equation 3 sin x equals to minus 2 cos x. So this goes to the left hand side, so it will become sin x divided by cos x. Sin x divided by cos x is going to be tan x. So tan x, so 3 goes to the right hand side, so it becomes tan x equals to minus 2 over 3. So tan inverse is going to be minus 2 over 3, which is going to be minus 33.7 degrees. We just put that in a calculator. So x equals to minus 33.7 plus 180 degrees, because we add 180 degree every time, because you can use the cast rule. I use the cast rule because you can just use the or plot in the graph, because 33.7 lies below the x-axis or the fourth quadrant. So to make it so the vertical angle will be directly opposite. So we just add 180 degrees, or we could even add 360 degrees, or multiples of 180. We add multiples of 180 degrees. So we could also add 540, but that lies beyond the range they have given us, because the range is 0 to 360 degrees. That's all. So question number 2. Sketch on the same graph the graph of y equals to 2 cos x and y equals to minus 3 sin x for x is greater than 0 but less than 360 degrees. So it's better to make a table on your rock, or it doesn't matter, you can make on your on the side of a on the side of your paper. You can make a table, like you just can replace 0, you can replace 0 by x by 0, and 45 pi over pi over 4, pi over 6, pi over 3, and you can keep on doing that, and you will get value of x and y, and you just replace the and find the and draw the curve. So we draw the curve by replacing the value. The curve will be like this. So we find till 360, 0 to 360, because that's the range they have given us. So use your answer in part I and part II, and find the set of values of for x for 0 degree, x is greater than 0 degree and less than 360 degree, for which 2 sin x plus 3 sin x is less than 0. So this means 2 cos x is greater than minus 3 sin x, which means they intersect at 146.3, which is this part. So they intersect here 146.3 and 326.3. So find out the parts. It's just you have to find the parts above the purple. So it's going to be 0, x is greater than 0, and 146, but less than 146.3, or x is greater than 326.3, but less than 360 degrees, less than or equals to 360 degrees. We are finding the point where parts of green is above the purple line. So from here to here, the parts of green is above the purple line, right? So from here to here, the parts of green is above the purple line. So that's just we find. So let's move into the last question, I guess. We have given the curve, which is y equals to x divided by 2 plus 6 divided by x, and line y equals to 4. The diagram shows the part of the curve y equals to x over 2 plus 6 over x. Y equals to x over 2 plus 6 over x. The line y equals to 4 intersects the curve at the point P and Q. So you can see it intersects at the point P and Q, so that the tangent of the curve P and Q meet at the point on the line y equals to x. We have to show that the tangent to the curve P and Q, tangent to the curve P and Q meets at the point on the line y equals to x. So first we just rewrite the equation, so it will be x square plus 12x divided by 2x equals to 4. So it will be x square minus 8x plus 12. First we find the value of x. To find the value of x, we equate these two equations. We'll have two values of x, one in Q and one in P. So we equate these two equations. 4 is equals to x over 2 plus 6 over x. So after this we get the value. We'll have a quadratic equation, so we just solve the quadratic equation, which is going to be x square minus 8x plus 12. So it's going to be x minus 2, x minus 6 is equals to 0, so x equals to 2 or x equals to 6. So this is 2, this is 6. Now we have the value of x. Now we find the derivatives of this of the curve, because the gradient of the tangent is the derivatives of the curve. So to find the gradient of the tangent, we have to find the derivative of the curve, which is going to be 1 over 2 minus 6 divided by x square. So it's just the derivative, so which will be, now we have to put the value we have to put the value of x 2, because they say we have to find the tangent to the curve at P and Q. So we have to find at P and Q. So we replace P by the value of P, which is 2. So 2, and it's going to be minus 1. So the gradient is going to be minus 1. So at 6, the gradient is going to be 1 over 3. So so tangent at P is going to be y minus 4, and the gradient is equal to y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. So y is equals to 4, x equals to 2. So we replace we put minus 1 here. It's the same thing. So we'll have y minus 4 equals to minus x plus 2, and at tangent at Q will be 4 and 6, because this is 4 and this 6. The point here will be 4 and 6. So we put 4 and 6, which is going to be y minus 4 is equals to 1 over 3 x minus 6. Now we solve the two simultaneous equation and we get the value of x. So value of x is the point where they intersect. So is the x coordinate where they intersect. So we can put, after you get the value of x, you can put value of x in any of the equation. But the value of x in any of the equations should be the same. So just replace anywhere you want and you get the value of y. So that's you will have 3 comma you will have 3 comma 3. So your answer will be 3 comma 3. So the tangent meets at the point on the line, so at y equals to x. So we proved that meet at the point on the line y equals to x, because they have y equals to x equals to 3. Let's move on to the second part. You can pause the video and copy if you want, or look closely everything. Find showing all the necessary working the volume obtained when the shaded region is rotated through 360 degree about the x-axis. Give your answer in terms of pi. So the curve is rotated about 360 degrees about the x-axis. So we'll have x over 2 plus 6 over x square 6 to pi. It's a formula. You just have to memorize the formula. I don't know if they give you that that in the formula sheet, but it's better to memorize formula, because you will eventually memorize if you practice a lot. If you have to keep on practicing, so you will just memorize after you practice. So you just expand this. You expand this, which is going to be a pi x cube over 12 plus 6x minus 36 over pi. So you just replace 6 and 2 and you get 160 over 3 pi. So you get 160 over 3 pi, which is going to be pi 4 square times 6 minus 2. So you just calculate this, pi times 4 square, 4 square. You replace this by 6 and 2 and you subtract this 2 and you get 32. You get 32 over 3, but here this is the area of the shaded region is this, right? So this is the one we found is the area all below this. So we have to subtract this. It's like we found the area like this, right? It's like, look at the mouse cursor. Okay, this is the area we found. So we have to subtract that from the total area, so which is going to be pi r squared times 6 minus 2, which is this is the range. So 6 minus 2 minus 160 divided by 3 pi, which is going to be 32 over 3 pi. You may be a little bit confused here, because when it's rotated, it's not the shaded part, it's the area it's the area of the area of the curve, is the area of how do I say, is the area below this line, this line, okay, this line, area below this line to this x-axis. So we find the total area like this. Look at the cursor, okay. The one we found by using the integration was this, right, which is 160 divided by 3. So the area we found, the volume, sorry, I'm misguiding you, sorry, it's volume. The volume we found was below this, right? So the volume we are finding is below this. So total this minus this is going to be our answer. This is the shaded part. So it's going to be pi 4 square times 6, the range, minus 2 minus 160 over 3 pi equals to 32 over 3 pi. Hey guys, you can subscribe, share and comment if you found it useful. I'll just go back so that you can write whatever you can write on your notes. Pause the videos and you can write. Okay, have a good day.